an eye out. So just to fill you all in, the big worry, the big problem is the bunch of underage teenage girls who hang out with the over 18 African and Afghani and Albanian and Romanian dudes here, obviously doing narcotic related activities, and it's not right. I've had chats with actual officers about they wish they had the police powers to just go in there with truncheons and sort it out, take the girls home to their negligent parents. This is getting a bit dark now. Let's just see what goes on. As you will see behind me, there's the mating rituals, but it's very disturbing and debauched. It's a bunch of 30 and 40-something men hanging out with 13, 14-year-old English girls. I'm not accusing them of doing anything illegal, but I am. So they should all be sorted out. Anyway, I'm not your enemy. I'm not your enemy.
Why are you taking a picture? Because it's sleeping.
Why am I calling people drug dealers? Oh God, it wasn't recording. I need to do it again. All you underage girls, go home and stop hanging out with over 18 drug dealers.
He's a drug dealer, you
Are you a drug dealer?
Shut up, you.
Are you a drug dealer?
Shut up, not your business.
Are you sure you're not a drug dealer?
Shut up, man.
All right.
I'm a crackpot. I'm a crack dealer.
Dude, stand back a bit, dude. Come on.
If you're outside the city, I'll rob you, I promise you.
What?
Just you outside the city, I'll rob you.
You're going to rob me if you see me outside the city?
Yeah,
you think?
I'll rob you.
You reckon?
Yeah.
You reckon?
Yeah,
you're going to rob me?
I'll rob you.
No, dude, I'm going to rob you of your dignity.
On my mom's life, I'll rob you if you see outside the city.
Outside the city?
Next to police.
Anyway, how would you like it if I went to your home country and spoke to the natives the way you're speaking to me?
About the country,
What is your home country for you to come here and speak to the natives like this? What country are you from?
Fuck off, not your business.
Oh, very friendly.
Ease up a little bit, alright?
I didn't understand what I'm saying.
No, I do.
I asked him.
First of all, he's taking people pictures and calling them.
No problem. You're right. Yeah. Go on.
That's going to keep escalating unless we move away.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to move.
They're not going to be rational, I know.
But also at the same time, I'm not entirely comfortable with you saying things like, how would you like if I go to your country?
Why not?
Because, well, at that point, do you know what country he's from? You're making...
No, but I'm asking him what country he's from. And as a police... Anyway, just so you know, I am recording, just the audio.
I know, you always record.
I know. So just out of courtesy to you. But surely I can ask a gentleman who's acting in a rude manner, would you be happy if I went to your home country and spoke to the natives like that? That's a hypothetical, rhetorical question about the fact that he's here in England.
I'm just saying, you're going to start... There's going to be tensions that are going to be raised from that.
Absolutely.
It's aggravated them, and I know that's good for your YouTube.
Yeah.
But I don't want to start having to deal with the
you know
consequences of that. Because
I know your role is to keep the peace, and so I understand. And you're right. You got a point, but I just don't want you to think that I'm being a bigot or a racist or anything, just for asking the man if he would be upset with going to, I don't think that's racist in any way.
I'm not saying you're being racist. I'm saying there could be some sensitivity about the fact that, do you actually know that he's not born in this country?
By his accent, I can tell 100%. By his accent, I can tell 100%.
Just double check.
I know. Okay. But no problem. But thank you anyway.
But at the end of the day...
But accept that if we extrapolate nationally the Jay report on Rotherham and other reports on Telford and Oxford, there appear to have been upwards of 250,000 young white girls raped in this century, very largely by Muslim men. And given these girls are usually raped several times a day for years, so, my lords, what is the government's answer to the Chief Constable of Northumbria, who has just said that there is every likelihood that these grooming gangs are operating in every one of our major cities? So, my lords, what is the government doing to prosecute those in authority who turned a blind eye to all this because they were afraid of being...
जी, गुड इवनिंग दोस्तों, नमस्कार, अभिवादन आप सभी को। और आज एक बड़े ही इम्पोर्टेंट मुद्दे पर हम लोग बात करने जा रहे हैं। हमारे साथ मौजूद हैं डॉक्टर संचिता भट्टाचार्य, इंस्टीट्यूट फॉर कॉन्फ्लिक्ट मैनेजमेंट से, जो कि दिल्ली में है। आप जानते हैं उनको, वो हमारे यहाँ रेगुलर आती रही हैं। और बड़ा ही इम्पोर्टेंट सब्जेक्ट आज जिस पर हम बात करने जा रहे हैं वो है ग्रूमिंग गैंग्स का। आपको मालूम होगा कि पिछले कुछ समय से लगातार लंदन से इस तरह के केसेस आते रहे हैं, जहाँ पर एक खास तबकी की एक खास उम्र की लड़कियां जो हैं, जो वहाँ की ब्रिटिश लड़कियां जो हैं, उनको यूँ कहा जाए कि एंटाइज किया जाता है और फिर वो कुछ गलत हरकतों की तरफ ले जाया जाता है। उसके बारे में तमाम डिटेल हम लेंगे डॉक्टर साहब से, और उसके साथ ही ये भी जानेंगे कि इस सब की बैकग्राउंड क्या है। डॉक्टर साहब, सबसे पहले वेलकम आपको चैनल पर वापस, और शुक्रिया आपका टाइम देने के लिए कि इतने इंपॉर्टेंट सब्जेक्ट पर। लेकिन सबसे पहला जो मुद्दे पे सवाल होगा कि इसका बैकग्राउंड क्या है। दरअसल ये ग्रूमिंग गैंग पहली बात है क्या, हाउ टू डिफाइन देम, एंड देन इनकी बैकग्राउंड क्या है।
Shukriya Mahesh ji for inviting me once again. But as usual, the topic is extremely horrific. It is a very gory topic which we will be discussing. Very unfortunate topic, rather. As a woman, it makes me feel very low actually when I discuss such topic. Anyway, अब जो बात है वो तो है, डिस्कशन है, उसको तो करना ही है। जैसे जो डेफिनेशन है ग्रूमिंग की, मैं करूंगी, आई एम कोटिंग द यूके पुलिस। ओके, according to UK police, what is the definition of grooming? And they think that grooming happens when a person builds a relationship with a child, a young person, especially young adult, or a full grown adult who's at the risk, so they can abuse them and manipulate them into doing things. इस पूरे आपके डेफिनेशन में दो चीजें बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, एक है अब्यूज और एक है मैनिपुलेशन। जो फंडामेंटल बेसिस है द एंटायर सिस्टम ऑफ ग्रूमिंग गैंग्स, हाउ दे ऑपरेट, ये दो चीज बहुत ज्यादा मायने रखती है, अब्यूज एंड मैनिपुलेशन। They are abusing the children, they are abusing young adults, they are abusing the teenager, and they are also manipulating them for their own benefit, for the benefit of the grooming young members. Or this is not a new thing, you know, it might have emerged since last, I would say 10, 15, or especially within 3 to 4 years, but it has been happening since 40 years. We can stretch it back to 1980s actually, if not more. And पहले क्या होता था ना, it was not seen in a totality. At times the incidents were reported as narco abuse. At times they would be reported as prostitution racket or as sexual abuse. They were dealt in isolation.
Correct.
Say for example a girl child, say for example like 7-8 years old kid who's a girl, or a teenager, 15-16-year-old teenager, she has been abused and she has been a cocaine addict. So that case will be treated as the case of cocaine addiction.
Correct.
In isolation, not with the linkage of grooming gang. Or a girl gets blackmailed and she becomes part of a prostitution gang. So that will be treated only as a prostitution case, as a prostitution racket case. It was never linked with grooming gangs.
So classification बदल गया.
Yes, or a parent has reported of sexual abuse of his or her child, girl child. It would again be reported under the sections of sexual abuse without investigation into the grooming gang. So this is how these things were reported scatteredly. Since 80s. And if I go back, if I take example from the UK government sources, their NGOs, their police department sources, it is a countrywide phenomena. आप ये नहीं बोल सकते कि only the eastern side of UK is like infested, or the northern side, or the western side. It is a overall like national scenario. And the towns and the cities, not cities, and the towns and places which have had cases of like groomings are like Oldham, Telford, Oxford, Rochdale, Rotherham, Manchester. So ऐसी बात नहीं है कि सिर्फ इंग्लैंड में लंदन में हो रही है या मैनचेस्टर में हो रही है, जो बड़े शहर है, ये हर जगह हो रही है ये चीजें. छोटे से छोटे शहरों में भी ये चीजें हो रही हैं, छोटे से छोटे कस्बे में, छोटे से छोटे लोकेलिटीज में भी ये these things are happening since many years. और जो स्कैंडल है, if we take it as a scandal, grooming gang scandal, how it emerged, actually it emerged in 2003.
Okay.
Yeah, and there was a journalist in Times, his name was Andrew Norfolk. He was the one who first encountered this problem, and that is how it came into the forefront when the Labour Party MP, her name was Anne Cryer, she revealed that the local people they have concern about a certain section of Asian men targeting teenage school-going girls outside the school campus.
Right. Okay. हाँ ठीक.
So 2003 में जब ये स्कैंडल धीरे धीरे शुरू हुआ, उस टाइम पे एशियन मेन वर टारगेटेड. आई एम नॉट गोइंग इनटू एनी एथनिसिटी और रिलीजन एज ऑफ नाउ, वो हम धीरे धीरे उस पे बात करेंगे. तो ये जो बंदा है, दिस रिपोर्टर ऑफ टाइम्स एंड्रू नॉर्फॉक, ये 2010 में ही बिगैन हिज रिसर्च बेस्ड ऑन कोर्ट केसेस एंड कोर्ट रिकॉर्ड्स, एंड देन ही फाइंड्स अ पैटर्न थ्रू हिज रिसर्च with respect to grooming gang. Like the pattern involved usage of narcotics. These victims were made into addicts. They were injected with heroin, they were injected with other form of drugs, opium, hashish, whatever it is.
And then abused.
Usage of alcohol. They were made underage girls, like around 11, 12, 13, 14, they were made alcoholic. They were made addicts of alcohol, taking advantage of vulnerable teens. Teenage, all of us, we go through a sort of, hormonal imbalance or hormonal whatever it is. We fight with our parents, we fight with our siblings. So it is a sort of a rebellious stage of life with everybody. So वो जो एक दौर है उम्र का, वो जो एक जिंदगी का दौर है जहाँ पे all of us we feel vulnerable at some point or other, उस vulnerability का ये गैंग के जो members हैं वो फायदा उठाते हैं. They are also involved in human trafficking. जैसे मैंने अभी थोड़ी देर पहले आपको बताया, these girls are picked up and then they knowingly and unknowingly become part of a human trafficking gang. And the most tragic part is facilitation of prostitution. These girls, they don't even know, most of the cases, that they are part of a prostitution, full-fledged prostitution racket. So ये पैटर्न उन्होंने निकाला 2010 के करीब, एंड्रू नॉर्फॉक ने. And all these things are not, a figment of anybody's imagination, because he did all these research on the basis of court cases. He read the court cases, he went through the court cases, detailed proceedings of the court cases, and then he found out these patterns. So आजकल क्या हो रहा है, mainstream media is saying it is exaggeration, mainstream media is saying it is, it is like racial bias is there, but they don't understand that, in court, when a thing is like written, it is for their, it is for the others to research. It is a government document.
Yeah.
And if you're challenging the document of a court, you are actually challenging the government. So why don't you go and file a case? You will not file a case, but in media they will keep on shouting that it is a racial slur. It is a racial bias. We are being targeted, but you will not take any judicial action. अब इसके बाद क्या होता है, और एक बहुत अहम इसमें केस आता है, लॉरा विल्सन नाम की एक लड़की होती है. ये है रोदरम केस. रोदरम में हम आएंगे बाद में थोड़ी देर में. शी वाज murdered as a 17-year-old child. She was stabbed 40 times by her boyfriend, and the UK government thought it to be a first case of honor killing in the country. And her boyfriend, most probably he was of a Pakistani descent, if I'm not wrong, but the whistleblower in this case was Jane Senior. She did a proper investigation, and then she found out that actually this woman, Laura Wilson, this child, she was groomed by a group of Pakistani men from a very early age.
Okay.
Yeah. So this case is also a landmark case when it comes to the conviction of grooming gangs. Because इसको the government and the police, the NGO, civil societies, child rights committee, whatever these like cohorts are there, they wanted to put it as an honor killing case rather than involvement of full-grown grooming men into it. एंड बहुत ही सरप्राइजिंग बात ये है, मैं कल भी जा रही थी, आई वाज गोइंग थ्रू द ऑफिशियल स्टैटिस्टिक्स की, कुछ तो पता चले कि हाउ मेनी मेन हैव बीन कन्विक्टेड, बट अनफॉर्चुनेटली नॉट अ सिंगल फिगर इज अवेलेबल.
Wow.
If you go through UK government's Office of National Statistics, there is no data available. They have written it that they don't have any data on the conviction rate or number of convicts with respect to grooming gang cases.
So basically, we don't know whether anybody has been convicted at all.
No, people have been convicted in sporadic cases, but a conglomerate data hota hai from the side of government that this, say for example, 400 men have been convicted, 550 men have been convicted. They have not yet come up with that data. The government is sidelining it. Yes, that means the government is sidelined. They are not, taking an interest, or they are not thinking it is a topic of concern for them. And they have written it, I would say, shamelessly, that they don't have any data on this. But there are again agencies, there are NGOs, there are concerned citizens, there are private investigators who have their own numbers. Okay, so I will just go into few of those numbers, like with respect to these arrests. From May 2023 to May 2024, around 550 suspects have been arrested in UK. 550 के करीब एक साल में, mid 23 to mid 24, around 550 people have been arrested with respect to these grooming gang crimes. And a task force, grooming gang task force, was established by Rishi Sunak in 2023.
यानी कि recent बात है.
Yes. Like around 2-3 years back, a task force was initiated by him, and the police data is revealing that in 2023, according to the police data, around 4,228 cases of child sexual abuse were gang-based.
Oh God!
So you can imagine the enormity of the situation.
It's huge. It's a huge number. Cool. All right.
This is how it has emerged. This is the definition, and this is how it has emerged to the forefront, to a public discourse.
Okay, but then in that case, संचिता जी, अगर हमें इसकी बैकग्राउंड ये क्लियर हो गई, ये पहली बार लाइमलाइट में कैसे आए, ये भी क्लियर हो गया, लेकिन फिर ये दरअसल होती कैसे, प्रोसेस क्या है इसके ग्रूमिंग का, वो क्या है कि how do they groom it actually?
ये बहुत ही एक डिटेल्ड है, बहुत ही सिस्टमैटिक है. इट इज नॉट अ रैंडम थिंग कि अ गाय हैज टारगेटेड अ गर्ल और अ बॉयफ्रेंड इज टेकिंग रिवेंज फ्रॉम हिज गर्लफ्रेंड. इट इज नॉट लाइक दैट, दो इट सीम्स टू बी लाइक दैट, बट इट इज बेसिकली नॉट लाइक दैट. देयर आर several stages. The first stage is identifying the girl.
Precisely.
They have their scouts in front of schools, they have their scouts in front of colleges, they have their scouts in neighborhoods. Okay, they will find a potential candidate with a certain mental frame. There have been, the girls who have now come out of this horror, they are giving interviews, their parents are giving interviews. Ek hai sahab, Sam Singh is his name. He especially works with the Sikh community in UK. And how he has rescued many Sikh girls from these grooming gangs, actually. So it is a process. I was going through his interview, and I was very upset to see the process. First, they mark the girl, then they develop a fake relationship. A man would approach that girl, okay, with flowers or maybe expensive gifts or maybe assurances or maybe a sort of a gentle support, a gentle psychological support, because they know that this girl has a certain bent of mind. She is feeling vulnerable, she is feeling unloved, she is feeling alone, like most of the teenagers do. But they pick up a certain case and then they start, this is how the process of grooming starts. You take the girl in your wing and then you shower her with affection, with love, with gift, with so many things. And the girl thinks that this fellow is my boyfriend or he's my partner. But she doesn't know that in most cases this boy will sell her off to a prostitution gang without her being knowing it. Then what happens? Then gently they start pushing drugs and alcohol. Trust build up हो जाता है. You have a trust factor with this guy. He's with you since 7 months or 1 year or 2 years. It's a very slow process. Then धीरे धीरे he will start pushing drugs. He will start pushing alcohol into your system. और जब उस लड़की को लत लग जाती है, then सोते जागते she is in that trance. She is under the heavy influence of drugs and alcohol. In many cases, the police has found out that the drugs have been injected inside the body. उसके बाद the drugs usage होता है. उसके बाद क्या होता है? She is raped. She is raped. She is gang raped, and they make video of that entire horrific scene. And the last stage is blackmailing.
Okay.
Then they start blackmailing the person that you have to follow our like 1, 2, 3, 4 whatever dictates we are doing, or otherwise ऐसे होता है. ये हमारी कंट्री में भी होता है. कोई अजूबा चीज नहीं है. ये यूके में ही हो रहा है. ये हर जगह all over the world it happens. How a girl is victimized, taking advantage of her psychological state of mind, and then the last stage is blackmailing, and then she has nobody else to go to. She can't talk to the police, she can't talk to her friends, she can't talk to her family, she can't talk to her teachers, and they get involved in this entire illegal criminal racket. This is how the entire process operates.
This is very funny, but then actually it's also, I think society का जो structure होगा वो भी मैटर करता होगा ना, कि मान लीजिए किसी स्कूल के सामने से बच्चे को, क्योंकि वहाँ भी यूरोप में भी जो सेपरेशन होता है बच्चों का जनरली वो स्कूलिंग के बाद होता है. पेरेंट्स से जो अलग होने का प्रोसेस होता है जब वो पढ़ने के लिए कहीं और जाते हैं यूरोप में, तभी सेपरेशन होता है बच्चों से. बट स्कूल के अंदर का मतलब हुआ कि वो अपने उसी टाउन में है, उसी सिटी में है जहाँ पर ये हो रहा है, वही उनका घर भी है. तो हाउ डज इट वर्क बेसिकली ऑन द ग्राउंड, कि मतलब ये लोग दैट मीन्स कि चोरी छिपे स्कूल के आसपास कहीं मिलते हैं उससे और वहीं पर उसको गिफ्ट दे रहे हैं, एंड देन बेसिकली स्कूल टाइम में एक्सप्लॉइट कर रहे हैं, या मतलब किसी न किसी प्रिटेक्स्ट में उसको बाहर ले जा रहे होंगे, समथिंग ऑफ द सॉर्ट. आई डोंट नो.
उस पे हम आएंगे, थोड़ी देर बाद आएंगे, तो रीजंस डिस्कस करेंगे कि क्यों कंटिन्यू हो रहा है, और सॉल्यूशंस की बात करेंगे. वो चीज तब आएगी कि हाउ द सोसाइटी एंड फैमिली स्ट्रक्चर इज आल्सो रिस्पांसिबल फॉर दीस काइंड ऑफ केसेस. फैमिली का भी बहुत बड़ा हाथ है.
बिल्कुल ठीक है. नहीं, उसमें अब तो वही है ना कि फिर हम जब इससे नेक्स्ट स्टेप पे तो हम वही जाएंगे कि जो केस स्टडीज हैं, चाहे वो रोथरहम की हैं या ये रॉकटेल की हैं या मैनचेस्टर की हैं, टेलफोर्ड की हैं, ये बेसिकली इनकी केस स्टडीज हमको क्या बताती क्या है कि ये सिनेरियो सारा है क्या. बिकॉज एक्चुअली ऑनेस्टली स्पीकिंग बड़ा डिस्गस्टिंग है. इस सारे में बात भी करना जो है ना बड़ा ऑड सा लगता है, बट सोसाइटी में है तो बात करनी है.
Disturbing thing when I was reading the literature, when I was listening to the interviews of the people who have been rescued, or the investigators, or the civil society activist, it was very disheartening for me to know. क्योंकि आप देखिए रॉदरहम की अगर बात आती है तो इसके केसेस हैं 97 से लेके 2013 तक का डेटा आपको मिलेगा. 2013 is like 10 years, more than 10 years back. And during that time, from 97 to 2013, 1,400 children were abused.
God, ये तो on record है.
Yes, on record. It is in Rotherham only. 1,400 children were raped, they were trafficked, they were beaten, and in some cases, they were doused with petrol.
Oops.
जिंदा पेट्रोल डाल के जला दिया गया.
जला दिया?
जी. They were not only raped, abused, and beaten up, but in many cases they were doused with petrol. So this was the situation, and almost all the men were from Pakistani origin. ये मैं नहीं कह रही हूँ, या ये कोई पुलिस प्रोपागेंडा नहीं है, या कोई ये सर्टेन ग्रुप ऑफ राइटिस्ट एक्सट्रीमिस्ट का प्रोपागेंडा नहीं है. ये रिकॉर्ड है, ये पुलिस की रिकॉर्ड है.
कुछ ब्रिटिश लोग ये भी कहते हैं, मैंने इंटरव्यूज में देखा है कहीं पे लोग बोलते हुए कि नहीं, जो डेटा है वो उसमें कहते हैं कि ब्रिटिश लोग ज्यादा हैं और ये उसका एक छोटा सेक्शन है जो पाकिस्तानी मूल के जो लोग होते हैं. बट एग्जैक्टली ये डेटा है क्या? व्हाट इज टू रिलाई ऑन? आई मीन
देखिए, data is, statistics is something which can be tweaked with. We all know that statistics can be tweaked with. अब देखिए, एशियन मैन ये बहुत सालों तक 10-20 साल तक एशियन मैन चलता रहा. I was going through an interview of a NGO worker. She said एशियन मैन में तो जापानीज मैन भी आते हैं, इंडोनेशियन मैन भी आ रहे हैं, इराकी मैन भी आ रहे हैं, कुवैती मैन आ रहे हैं, इंडियन मैन आ रहे हैं, चाइनीज मैन आ रहे हैं. So why these people are not marked out? When you are profiling the convicts, when you are profiling the arrested people, why not a Singaporean man is coming out? Why not a Filipino is coming out? Why not a man from Iraq is coming out? Why not a man from Jordan is coming out? Why only there is this frequency of Pakistani men? It's about frequency of cases. अब 10 केस हो गए आपके, 10 केस में अगर आपके फ्रीक्वेंसी में 5 केस आपके पाकिस्तानी मैन के हैं, रेस्ट ऑफ द 5 आर फॉर व्हाइट पीपल. White people, I'm not saying that white men don't commit crime. Men from all over the world are committing crime. You cannot generalize that men are infamous for raping, for abuse, for physical torture, for sexual assault. We all know this. लेकिन यहाँ पे it comes about the frequency of the cases. 10 में से कितनी फ्रीक्वेंसी है? आपको पैटर्न जो मैंने बताया था नॉर्फॉक के बारे में, एंड्रू नॉर्फॉक के बारे में, जो पैटर्न उसने निकाला, ये जो पैटर्न्स आ रहे हैं, ये तो हवा में नहीं आ रहे हैं ना. These are not coming out of the blue. They are either coming from the arrest data or they are coming from the court cases.
Correct.
The most frequent cases are that of men of Pakistani origin.
Okay.
And this was one of the reasons why these Rotherham people didn't bother much. They felt threatened. The police report and everything indicated towards an organized crime. Okay. They knew, according to the Yorkshire police, it knew that it is a sort of an organized crime, but they could not do much because they were scared. The authority was skeptical that we should not be labeled as racist.
Oh, okay. They were scared of being labeled as
racist at the cost of the death of their own daughters and sisters. And it is a pattern everywhere. You go to Telford, the pattern is same. You go to Manchester, the pattern is same. It's not only what has happened at Rotherham. In Rochdale में क्या होता है? A report comes out by Malcolm Newman and Gary Ridgway. A 2,202-page report. They based on the sources of Cambridgeshire police. Okay, and वहाँ पे they also trace a gang, which again has a Pakistani origin. And the kingpin of that gang was Shabir Ahmed. और ये 2012 की बात है. Okay, and police and authority, they suppressed the knowledge for a long time about these, abuse rings of primarily Pakistani men who were prying primarily, especially on white working girls.
Oh, working girls.
थोड़ा अलग है. Working girls, white working girls whom they would label as gori. They use this term as a slur. Gori is used as a sexual slur, as an abusive slur towards British white working women. अब यहाँ पे जो है साइकोलॉजी का भी एक पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू आ जाता है, जो हमारे यहाँ पे भी ऑपरेट करता है इन साउथ एशिया एंड अदर पार्ट्स ऑफ एशिया. व्हेन अ वुमन गोज आउट ऑफ हर हाउस फॉर जॉब, फॉर ऑक्यूपेशन, शी थिंक्स दैट शी इज अवेलेबल. Men start to think that she's available because she's out there. She's not putting a parda. She is a behaya woman. She's out there in the open. So she's available for us to, take whatever our turns or whatever. I don't want to be graphic in this, but this was this gori using as a slur. It meant, I was also looking into some of the, psychologists and psychiatrists who were involved in these investigations, and they're saying that they treat these women as as a substance, as an object of their own pleasure, and an object of venting out their violence. And most of the cases, yes, there are cases of domestic abuse. I'm not denying there are cases of domestic violence, there are cases of domestic abuse within the Asian community, within the Pakistani community. But most of these gang members, they target white female. Whether it is a school girl, it is an underage girl, she's a housewife or she's a working woman, their number one target is a white female who they think is available for them. This is very disturbing. It happens in India also. When a woman goes to work, men think that, you have come out of your house, you're available for whatever we want to do or not. It happens in corporate. It can happen in any damn field.
True.
So this mindset is working in a very obtuse way. अब मैनचेस्टर में क्या हुआ? मैनचेस्टर की कहानी थोड़ी अलग थी. वो 2020 के करीब आई, जहाँ पे teenage girls were targeted. And they were groomed. Excuse me, they were sexually groomed, and again the police could not do much because the frequency of Pakistani men was more. So ये जो common thread hai of involvement of Pakistani men, it has proved actually disadvantageous for the girls, for the parents, for the teachers, because nobody wants to call out the elephant in the room.
And the elephant in the room is another way that not just कि भाई पाकिस्तानी है, क्या पाकिस्तानी में भी ये कहा जाएगा कि क्या वो कोई उसमें भी कोई सेग्रीगेशन है या
नहीं, वो तो अभी तक नहीं आया. ये पाकिस्तानी की ही डेटा मिलने में मुश्किल हो रही है, तो उसमें क्या फर्दर आप सिंधी, पंजाबी, बलोच कहाँ से लाएंगे?
Precisely. और दूसरा कुछ ये भी देखना है
disturbingly, Mahesh ji, these guys are mostly second generation. They are British citizens. इनके शायद बाप दादा आए होंगे, चाचा ताया मामा आए होंगे. इनकी पैदाइश यूके की ही है most of the cases.
That's new to me. Okay.
That is very disturbing because they are not part of that Asian society. They are part of the British culture. They are part of the British society. Now they are a threat to the British society.
But then how come they cannot speak English properly and then they take
No, they can speak English properly. Maybe their cousin who has come from the Pind is not speaking English properly. It is an organized thing. I'm saying not only if I'm a guy, I will be involved. My friend will be involved. My brother, my cousin, my uncles will be involved. There have been cases where uncles have also been involved along with the boys. So it is a network which operates, and I'm saving your back, you will save my back. अगर कोई एक बंदा भी पकड़ा जाता है तो वो कभी किसी के बारे में नहीं बोलेगा.
इनफैक्ट मैंने क्वेश्चनिंग उनके जो आंसर करने के तरीके हैं वहां भी एक पैटर्न नोट किया है कि दे आर constantly they'll take refuse in the Quran, they'll take the religion, they'll bring religion in between, and then next thing they'll talk about is ki I want my right to talk to my lawyer. And interestingly, they always have the number of lawyer available, irrespective of what background they're coming from or.
Devil's lawyers are everywhere. No, a lawyer of a devil is everywhere. Devil's advocate is everywhere. Rather, in India also, you will find.
No, I also believe that
behind the terrorists.
मुझे ये भी लगता है कि बहुत possible है, since they are operating as a gang, बहुत possible तो ये भी है ना कि they have already decided a modus operandi that if you are caught, plus you have to do this. There is a sequence of events they have already planned कि उनको क्या करना है अपने बचाव में. And I think they just go by that.
This is not an act of passion.
Not at all.
Random crimes होते हैं. The random crime which occurs, even with case of honor killing, a husband murdering his wife or a brother murdering his sister. This is very much different from these kind of gang operations. Like in Telford, in case of Telford, as I was saying, according to reports, again very scattered reports, it was happening since 1980s, and around 1,000 girls were raped. And we know that reporting is we always have this problem of underreporting.
बिल्कुल.
So underreporting है 1,000 अगर बोल रहे हैं तो actual में कितना होगा वो तो कोई अंदाजा ही नहीं लगा सकता. Nobody can even imagine.
True.
And again, the group of men were, harassing the girls sexually. They were abusing the girls for years, while the authorities were fearful of appearing racist, and they did nothing. The girls were convinced that this is my boyfriend, okay? And initially you are high on whatever hormone that is. He is saying whatever he's saying. Just try take a shot. So obviously she's taking a shot. You know क्या होता है? You stop applying your sense. You stop
Mind.
applying your logic, your brain. He
Hmm.
is maybe a drug addict. You have fallen in love with a drug addict. There is high probability you will also end up being a drug addict.
Yeah. बिल्कुल.
So वो जो चीजें होती हैं, they were trafficked in Telford. बहुत ज्यादा लड़कियों का trafficking हुआ with other men also. जैसे I was saying, it is how a gang operates. The boyfriend will bring his cousins, he will bring his brothers, he will bring his friends, he will bring his uncle, and the girl becomes a property of the entire community. And it was done methodically, and they were threatened brutally. You know, बहुत brutal तरीके से उनको threaten किया जाता है. There have been few random cases where the parents have decided to shift the house, to shift the neighborhood, to shift the city or town, because not only the girls, the parents were also threatened. So it is a very bizarre thing, you know. You are blind towards that much of a grievous crime, which is tainting the female population of your own country, and you are bothered about being called a racist or not.
Interestingly, Sanchita, each time, and this is personal experience. Each time I have spoken to very well-known Pakistanis. I'm not naming them for for their own
Obvious
good,
reasons.
but they're big names. Each time I have talked to them in London, none of them ever consented that such anything like this exists at all. हाँ ऐसा भी होता है नहीं हमें तो पता ही नहीं. And they are living in the central of London. So
this is one of the reasons. अब हम reasons की बात अगर discuss करेंगे महेश जी, ये बहुत बड़ा reason है, the fear of being called a racist.
बिल्कुल.
All this at the cost of losing your women, losing your young girls of your own community, and silently supporting the sexual predator. This is actually a tacit when you are not fighting against oppression. When you are not fighting against injustice, that means you are tacitly supporting the criminal.
True.
अच्छा ऐसे भी होता है, we don't know. Even the British people are saying, it's just it is a media propaganda, or it is the right-wing propaganda, but that won't solve your problem.
No, that won't.
You are pushing the thing under the carpet. It will never solve any problem in this world has ever. Appeasement किया था ना Allied forces ने हिटलर के साथ 1920s में, जो appeasement उन्होंने बोला अच्छा इसको ये चाहिए, अल्सेस लोरेन चाहिए दे दो, उसको फैक्ट्री राइट्स चाहिए दे दो, जो उसको मन में आता है दे दो. सेकेंड वर्ल्ड वॉर रोक तो नहीं पाए ना.
और वहां से उन्होंने सीखा कहाँ, वो उसके बाद भी तो करते रहे.
जहां पे एक परपेट्रेटर ने, एक क्रिमिनल ने ठान ली है कि मैं इन लड़कियों को बर्बाद करके छोड़ूंगा. आप कितना भी रेशियल स्लर, बायस, पेट्रियार्की, व्हाइट मैन्स फ्रीडम, कितना भी आप टर्म्स यूज कर लें, एट द एंड ऑफ द डे यू आर ruining the lives of your own daughters and sisters.
Sanchita, one thing while talking to you, what is the question that comes to my mind is कि यार ऐसा क्या होता होगा इनके दिमाग में which might be kind of cultivating this demand of doing this to these young girls. What must it be other than कि कोई what is it?
देखिए इसको ना, इट इज अ वेरी कॉम्प्लिकेटेड थिंग. अगर हम सोल्यूशन की बात करते हैं, सोल्यूशन के मौके में मैं आऊंगी इस चीज पे कि क्या क्या चीजें नहीं करनी चाहिए इसको रोकने के लिए. पहली तो बात है कि जैसे मैंने बोला,
पहले तो प्रॉब्लम आइडेंटिफाई करें ना कि वेयर इज द प्रॉब्लम, what is it that is causing it?
There should be a very open parent-child relationship. There have been cases in grooming, with respect to grooming gang, where these members have incited the daughter to commit crime against her parent. And in one of the cases, the daughter has murdered the mother.
Oh my God.
Why? Because her mind, there is a question in her mind. In every teenage like boy or girl, they think their parents are their worst enemies, or their teachers are their worst enemies. So these grooming gangs, if there is there is a gap between the child and the parent, or child and the family, this gap is broadened by the grooming gang. वो उस गैप का एडवांटेज लेते हैं. They will say, oh, your parents are so bad, your parents are so strict, your parents are so cruel, you know, you come and stay with us, you will have a nice life with us, we can go out, we can hang in bars, we can go to the pubs, you know, your parents are very nasty, you know, why don't you steal from your parents, why don't you rob your own house? And they have done that. उन्होंने अपने घर में डकैतियां करी हैं लड़कियों ने. तभी इसको
also be coming from probably that stage might be coming when they're already drugged and the need of drug.
वो तो है, that is a different thing. मैं initial stage की बात कर रही हूँ. A girl has been groomed. आप ये कहीं पे भी जाके एक मैं आपको बताऊंगी लिंक, ये मैं कोई मनगढ़ंत बात नहीं बोल रही हूँ. Everything is available on YouTube. A girl has been groomed to the point that she kills her own mother. इससे बड़ा भयानक क्राइम इस दुनिया में कुछ नहीं हो सकता है.
सही बात है, बिल्कुल ठीक बात है.
And I think she uses a hammer or an axe to kill her mother. So you can imagine the capacity of these people. क्योंकि कोई कल्चर तो है नहीं ना. चर्च आजकल लोगों ने जाना बंद कर दिया है, कोई कल्चर बचा नहीं है. आप अगर ब्रिटिश बोलोगे अपने आप को तो बीइंग ब्रिटिश हैज बिकम अ गाली. ये मल्टी डाइवर्सिटी मल्टीकल्चरलिज्म का इतना बड़ा भूत सवार हो गया है ब्रिटेन में कि दे आर डिनाइंग देयर ओन कल्चर, दे आर डिनाइंग देयर ओन हिस्ट्री. हाँ भाई, आपने 300 साल तक अफ्रीका में एशिया में बहुत आपने तबाही मचाई, आपने लोगों को अत्याचार किया, इतनी सारी कंट्रीज आपने सब्जुगेट करी, बट दैट इज अ पास्ट नाउ. दैट वाज वन एक्सट्रीम. When they were brutal, they were imperialist, cruel power. That was one extreme, and now they have reached the other extreme, where their own daughters and sisters are getting killed, raped, and abused, and they are just quiet because they don't want to be racist.
This is no justification also ना कि आपने रूल किया 300 साल इसलिए अब इनका ये करना जो ठीक हो जाएगा.
No, this is stupidity. और एक बात है, रोल ऑफ टीचर्स और स्कूल्स भी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट आ जाता है. जैसे साइकियाट्रिस्ट, जैसे काउंसलर्स आर देयर इन एवरी स्कूल, इन एवरी क्लास. They should put a tab on the students about their behavioral pattern, about the group of people they are interacting with. If there is some deviation in the behavioral pattern, they should inform the parent, they should inform the guardian, they should keep an eye on the students. भाई कहाँ जा रहे हैं, किससे मिल रहे हैं, होमवर्क कर रहे हैं कि नहीं, क्लास असाइनमेंट्स ढंग से कर रहे हैं कि नहीं. तो इसमें टीचर और स्कूल का भी एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट अहम रोल आ जाता है.
बिल्कुल.
और एक बात, सिविल सोसाइटी, अगेन एनजीओस, मोस्ट ऑफ द एनजीओस इन ब्रिटिश दे आर प्रो इस्लामिस्ट. अभी इस्लामोफोबिया एक चीज हो गई है. अगर एक इंडोनेशियन मैन इज रॉबिंग अ बैंक, ही विल बी एन इंडोनेशियन मैन रॉबिंग अ बैंक. अगर आप बोलते हैं तो कोई कास्टिस्ट स्लर या कोई इंडोनेशियन फोबिया नहीं हो जाता है.
स्टेटिंग फैक्ट्स.
अगर एक सुदानीज मैन इज रेपिंग अ गर्ल, ही विल बी अ सुदानीज मैन रेपिंग अ गर्ल. उसमें कोई कास्टिस्ट या कोई रीजनल स्लर, ओ आई शुड नॉट से ही इज अ सुदानीज मैन, इट विल बिकम अ रेसिस्ट केस. इतने साल महेश जी, आप मुझे बताइए, पिछले 60-70 सालों से सिसिलियन माफिया पे मूवीज बनती रही, बुक्स लिखी गई. किसी सिसिलियन ने तो नहीं कहा भाई इट इज अ स्लर ऑन अस और इट इज अ सिसिलियन फोबिया. मेक्सिकन्स पे इतनी सारी किताबें लिखी गई अबाउट दीज नार्को कार्टल्स एंड देयर अंडरवर्ल्ड ऑपरेशंस. किसी ने मेक्सिको से नहीं कहा इट इज अ मेक्सिकोफोबिया.
कोलंबियंस, या बिल्कुल ठीक बात है.
कोलंबियंस, वेनेजुएलन्स, आप आयरिश गैंग्स ले लीजिए. वेस्टर्न कंट्रीज इन स्पेशली इन एंड अराउंड न्यूयॉर्क की एरिया में बहुत सारे आयरिश गैंग्स ऑपरेट करते हैं. कभी आयरिश लोगों ने तो नहीं कहा यू कांट राइट अबाउट अस, इट विल बिकम आयरिश फोबिया. इफ अ मुस्लिम मैन हैज कमिट अ क्राइम, इट इज अ क्राइम. That's why I'm saying you have to call out the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
आप कब तक बचे रहेंगे? आपकी पूरी नस्ल बर्बाद हो रही है. The entire generation is rotting actually. Where the children are, again these gender biases and 1,000 genders, and you are a man, you should not be like this. A man, you cannot be a man, you cannot be a woman, you cannot be this, you cannot be that. All these things are also, boiling down to this grooming gang angle as well. Because you are not equipped. You don't know how to deal with your hormones. You don't know how to deal with your social situation. Your parent is not there. Your teacher is not there with you. Your tutor is not there with you. You don't have, trustworthy friends. So these gang members are taking advantage. And they know, and they work in impunity. These gang members, they fully know कि इनका कुछ नहीं हो सकता है. ये छोड़ दिए जाएंगे. या इनको शायद 5 से 6 साल की मैक्सिमम सजा मिलेगी. नो, there has never been any example which has been set by the UK judiciary. हमारे यहाँ कम से कम निर्भया वालों को तो चढ़ा दिया गया ना फांसी में. चलो 10 साल लगे, कम से कम उनको फांसी की सजा मिली. जो कलकत्ता में रेप हुआ था, आई डोंट रिमेम्बर, द धनंजय केस, उसमें भी कम से कम सजे 7-8 साल लगे, जो भी. उसके बाद फांसी हुई उसको, वो प्रेसिडेंट तक गई बात. निर्भया वाले में भी प्रेसिडेंट तक गई बात. एक तो एग्जाम्पलरी कुछ तो होना चाहिए ना. 5-6 साल की सजा होती है. मोस्ट ऑफ द केसेस दे आर इवन आउट ऑन बेल, एंड आउट ऑन बेल दे अगेन रेप, they again murder. So it is a sort of a freak show which is going inside the UK right now.
True. Right. I really don't know कि where are we headed with that. लेकिन अगर ये तो चलो अच्छा, और आपको ऐसे में अगर हम अपने लास्ट पॉइंट पर आए संचिता, एंड कि इस सारे मेस तो है ऑलरेडी क्रिएटेड है, सोसाइटी मेस में है, बट what could be the solutions? What is the way out of this? I mean, if at all any. If at all any.
यही है, but parents have to be vigilant. Parents have to be on high alert. It is too, मतलब, it has gone like, it is out there in the open. Now at least people are talking about it. पहले तो लोग बात ही नहीं कर रहे थे. At least the civil society people or the investigators, they are talking, so people know that these kind of sporadic incidents are happening throughout the country. The parents should have a very, cordial relation with their children. कि भाई हमारे बच्चे तो जाके ना फंस जाएं.
संचिता, एक बात और है, क्या ऐसे में कहीं स्कूल का रोल ज्यादा नहीं बन जाता है?
बिल्कुल, मैं उसी बात पे आ रही थी. I was coming to that point also, that administration, school administration, the school counselors, the teachers, they also need to be very alert. You have to invest yourself ना. A teacher needs, हम जैसे बोलते थे ना, हमारे वक्त क्या होता था, टीचर और डॉक्टर वो लोग भगवान मानते हैं, क्योंकि वो तो सेल्फलेस सर्विस होती है. जब हम टीचर के बारे में सोचते हैं या डॉक्टर के बारे में सोचते हैं, थियोरेटिकली वी थिंक इट इज अ सेल्फलेस सर्विस, वो बात अलग है. तो टीचर का हमेशा से ओहदा रहा है समाज में, एक ऊंचा ओहदा हमेशा से रहा है. तो टीचर अगर सेल्फलेसली बिहेव नहीं, भाई मेरा काम है, मैंने लेसन्स पढ़ा दिए, मैंने असाइनमेंट्स दे दी, मैं वापस आ गया या आ गई. लेकिन अगर आप यू आर इन्वेस्टिंग विद योर स्टूडेंट्स, ऑन योर स्टूडेंट्स, कि भैया इनका बिहेवियर पैटर्न चेंज हो रहा है कि नहीं, ये ठीक से क्लास लेक्चर्स फॉलो कर रहे हैं कि नहीं, जैसे फ्रीक्वेंट ड्रग टेस्ट कराना, फ्रीक्वेंट नार्को टेस्ट कराना बच्चों का, जैसे आंखों का टेस्ट होता है, उसके साथ साथ नार्को टेस्ट कराना भी बहुत जरूरी होता है ऐसे सिचुएशन में.
बिल्कुल,
कि बच्चा हाजिर जवाब है कि नहीं, डिप्रेशन का शिकार तो नहीं हो रहा है. इसमें काउंसलर्स की भी बात आती है. काउंसलर्स तो 2 मिनट आपसे बात करेंगे तो काउंसलर विल कम टू नो व्हाट इज गोइंग इनसाइड योर माइंड. सो यू हैव टू बी प्रोएक्टिव in sub.
Correct.
Parents, teachers, counselors, school administration, even I would say siblings also, an extended family also. Halaki the family structure is completely on the verge of collapse in the Western world.
True.
And that's why these gang members get an upper hand. They get an upper hand. हमारे time पे क्या होता था? We used to talk with our cousins. We used to talk with our siblings. We used to talk with our, friends. अब तो वो भी scope नहीं बचा, because everybody is with a gadget. The gadget is your friend. Your parents are saying you have to decrease your screen time. The child will think that my parent is cruel.
Oh, there is another side to it. मुझे ये भी लगता है, फॉर एग्जांपल अपनी सोसाइटी में मैं बहुत देख रहा हूँ कि जैसे वर्किंग पेरेंट्स हैं, तो वो घर आते हैं तो वो दे कॉल इट व्हाट, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक नैनी. सो आई सॉ सम फ्रेंड ऑफ माइन की जो वो either they'll shift the kids to the grandparents who are living nearby or something, or they'll give the child that electronic nanny, and they're very happily doing their stuff, and he's just busy with the mobile, whatever. So
बहुत छोटी बात है, पता है. लोगों को लगेगा अरे why they are talking about mobile, but everything boils down to a single point. ये contributing factors हैं.
It is, Sanchita, it appears like a very small thing. But for example, in this case, what I observed was that because this kid is only dealing with the this electronic nanny, what happens is if he meets me and sees that his parents are talking to me by name, he starts calling me by name as well. Yes. Because उसका जो human interaction में जो respect वाला जो हिस्सा है, वो उसको पता ही नहीं है क्या होता है.
You will succumb, na, if you don't have a proper, social upbringing. These children, why they are succumbing? Because they don't have a proper social upbringing. And the gap this void is filled by these so-called boyfriends who are rapists.
Yeah. Pseudo boyfriends.
Yes, who are basically rapists and who are basically into prostitution and narco dealing, whatever. जितने भी दुनिया के क्राइम है, जितने भी दुनिया के घटिया से घटिया क्राइम है, सब में इन लोगों का इन्वॉल्वमेंट है. और ये तो इजी प्रे है ना, बिकॉज घर पे तो कोई बात करता है नहीं, घर में किसी के पास वक्त नहीं है, माँ बाप के पास वक्त नहीं है, भाई बहन है कि है नहीं, गॉड नोज. फ्रेंड्स के साथ डील करने की भी सोशल स्किल डेवलप नहीं करी है, क्योंकि ऑल द टाइम आई एम विद माय लैपटॉप और आई एम विद माय आईफोन, आईपैड, व्हाटएवर दैट इज. टीचर्स को कोई मतलब है नहीं. तो if I keep on feeling that I'm alone in this world, obviously a predator will take advantage, and the predator knows very well that the law is with him. And बहुत surprisingly, Mahesh, I was forgetting this point, there has been cases of victim shaming.
Oh.
Yes. It is so disturbing. The police authorities, the NGOs, the counselors, they have shamed the victim. They have shamed their parents. Okay, what kind of a girl you are? Why were you out there in the open? Why you were out in a pub? Why you were out in a disc? Why you were on the streets? And this is, I'm talking about UK. I'm not talking about Afghanistan or Bangladesh or certain part of India. It is happening out there right in the open in UK. The victim is shamed. That it has happened to you because you were roaming in the street. You were out of your house in the night. So you are to be shamed, you are to be blamed, your parents are to be blamed. And the parents are in most cases clueless. जब बात सर से ऊपर निकल जाता है पानी, तब माँ बाप को पता चलता है. और तब माँ बाप के पास भी कुछ तरीका नहीं बचता है. पुलिस के पास FIR कराने जाएंगे, FIR होगी भी नहीं. Oh, and by the way, I'm digressing to a point. I would like to bring up this case of Binaz Mahmood. It is a very horrific honor killing case. मैं क्यों इस बात को यहाँ पे ला रही हूँ? Though it is not related to grooming gang, she was killed by her own family. Banaz Mahmood. It happened in 2006 because she wanted to marry a person who was not from her family. Her parents wanted her to marry her cousin brother. And she was in love with a different man from her own community. Obviously, he was also a Muslim guy. She went to the local police station to file an FIR against her family. That my life is in danger. I have a threat, and I have this inkling that my parents and my family, like male members of my family, would kill me. And what happens? They don't take up her case.
Oh.
Because the police and the authority, they wanted to be in the centrist position. Okay, we don't want to be racist. We don't want to get involved. It is their way of life. It is their rule. It is their religion. And what happens? This girl gets killed. So ये हो गया है level. जुडिशियरी, पुलिस, एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन का जो लेवल है अब यहाँ तक आ गया है कि एक लड़की खुद जाके बोल रही है कि मेरी FIR दर्ज कराओ, मेरे घर वाले मुझे जान से मार देंगे. और पुलिस कहती भाई हम कुछ नहीं कर सकते हैं इसमें. तो आप डोंट यू थिंक इट इज साउंडिंग लाइक अ विलेज इन पाकिस्तान?
वेरी ट्रू, वेरी ट्रू.
और अ विलेज इन बांग्लादेश where a woman has no right, she has no existence. This is also one of the reasons कि माँ बाप जाते नहीं है केस दर्ज कराने, या बच्चियां केस दर्ज कराने जाती नहीं, because क्या फायदा? उल्टा हम लाइमलाइट में आ जाएंगे, उल्टा फिर हमें धमकियां ज्यादा मिलने लगेंगी.
Very true, very true.
ये जो culture of denial and ignorance है ना, this is actually taking a toll on the female population of this country. This is an absolute culture of denial and also culture of ignorance. You are ignoring a basic problem. It is actually a human rights violation. कोई feminist बात नहीं करता है, कोई human rights organization बात नहीं करती है, और इतने सारे cases दर्ज हो रहे हैं. तो आप सोचिए unreported कितने, it's just a tip of an iceberg. Unreported कितने हजार cases या लाख cases होंगे.
इसको लेकर एलन मस्क ने भी कई सारे ट्वीट्स किए थे जब ये मामला हाईलाइट हुआ है ना. हालांकि
एलन मस्क के बाद और ज्यादा वो सेंसेशनलाइज हुई. बट यहाँ पे द पॉइंट इज नॉट सेंसेशनाइजिंग अ क्राइम. यहाँ पे है पुटिंग द थिंग्स एट राइट पर्सपेक्टिव, गिविंग जस्टिस टू दोस गर्ल्स एंड देयर फैमिली मेंबर्स.
यस, एट टाइम्स मुझे लगता है कि जो सेंसेशनलाइजेशन है वो कहने को तो चाहे बुरा लगता है, but at times it helps to bring the subject into the limelight and at least
वो तो है. लेकिन आप limelight में लाके आप क्या कर रहे हैं? कोई जुडिशियल चेंज हुआ है तब से यूके के लॉ में? या कोई पुलिस ऑफिसर has any police officer come out in the open and said, yes, I have gone through these many cases and this is my experience and I've investigated these many reports and I have gone through these many cases? No. Has the judiciary of UK has said, okay, we will do something, or the parliament has said something. ऋषि सुनाक ने 2-3 बात कही थी, उसको लेके फिर बहुत ज्यादा हंगामा हो गया, वो भी एक केस है. उसको फिर it became a different, one religion versus another religion. That is that is the tragedy of the times we are living in.
Absolutely. वो जो टैगिंग है वो ये anyway. So, but उस केस का फिर वो जो मर्डर हो गया, वो बेसिकली उससे यही नजर आता है ना कि एपैथी है, जो एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन की एपैथी है विमेन की तरफ.
They want to stay away. Why we don't want to be part of this ruckus? Because people will say we are racist. If you are, giving police, if you are giving support, if you are giving police protection, अगर बिनाज महमूद को 2006 में उन्होंने पुलिस प्रोटेक्शन दे दी होती तो शायद वो आज जिंदा रहती.
सच में बिल्कुल. आई रियली डोंट नो. मुझे अभी भी आपसे इतनी लंबी हमने बात कर ली, 45 मिनट से ज्यादा, बट आई एम स्टिल नॉट कमिंग टू अ सॉल्यूशन एज टू how it can be rectified. It seems like a collective.
The civil society has to come out from this garb of not being racist and this burden of multiculturalism. UK is suffering from the burden of inclusivity, diversity, multiculturalism, and this phobia of being labeled as racist. Once you are not out of these jargons, you will not be able to protect your society. If you are not protecting your female population, your society will be ruined in coming 10 to 15 years.
Very much. बिल्कुल ठीक बात.
मुझे लोग कुछ भी बोल दे, मुझे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. लोग मुझे बोल दे कि आप दकियानुसी बातें कर रही हैं, आप ये कर रही हैं, मुझे उससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. Because it is a matter of fact. Girls are being picked up, they are being assaulted, they are being killed, they are being raped, they are being part of these crimes and these human trafficking. This is a fact. मुझे कोई कुछ भी बोले, मुझे उससे फर्क नहीं पड़ता. अगर आप इस चीज को नहीं समझेंगे, ये होता रहेगा.
It's not about बोलना, it's about आप फैक्ट्स को जब तक एक्सेप्ट नहीं करेंगे, जो आपके सामने शाउट कर रहे हैं, अगर आप उन फैक्ट्स को एक्सेप्ट नहीं करेंगे तो फिर कुछ बचेगा नहीं ना. मैं मतलब अब जैसे मैंने वो आपको कहा कि लंदन के जो मेयर हैं उनका मैं प्लानिंग की मैं उनका इंटरव्यू लगाऊं, तो नजर आता है कि वो he's simply ignoring the subject.
Yes. They have been ignoring these things since 40 years.
Yeah, बिल्कुल. तो
2-3 लोग विसल ब्लोअर हैं, 2-3 लोग इन्वेस्टिगेशन पे लगे हैं, 2-3 लोग अपना पैसा खर्च करके ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बना के अपनी जान का रिस्क लेके they are fighting, but they have no state support.
ऑल्सो मुझे लगता है इसमें कहीं ना कहीं एक जो लार्जर क्रिमिनल गैंग्स का जो इन्वॉल्वमेंट है वो भी स्कैरी सा लगता है ना. बिकॉज अल्टीमेटली जो ये लोग वीडियोस बना रहे हैं, आई प्रिज्यूम कि डार्क वेब पे या कहीं इन चीजों को बेचे जाने का भी प्रोसेस होता ही है. तो इट्स ऑल्सो क्राइम की भी एक वो होती है ना.
तो बहुत बड़ी बात होगी महेश, इट्स आउट देयर इन द ओपन. डार्क वेब तो बहुत बड़ी बात हो गई.
राइट. नो व्हाट आई मेंट वाज कि एक क्राइम की अपनी एक इकोनॉमिक्स भी तो होती है ना. क्राइम की इकोनॉमिक्स होती है और वो भी तो यहाँ एट वर्क है. तो उसमें चाहे मर्डर होना है या ह्यूमन ट्रैफिकिंग,
वो तो होगा ही ना. इट इज एन इकोसिस्टम ना.
करेक्ट.
It's an ecosystem and it has been surviving since like 4 decades. आप पुराने न्यूज़पेपर्स, कोई मुझे बता रहा था, मेरे पास एक कटिंग थी, वो कहीं मेरे से मिसप्लेस हो गई है. आई थिंक 1970s, लेट 70s की बात होगी. आई थिंक 15 से 16 मर्द आइडेंटिफाई हुए थे विद देयर मग शॉट्स एंड ऑल ऑफ देम वर ऑफ पाकिस्तानी डिसेंट.
ये जो आपने लफ्ज यूज किया है ना यहाँ पे, मर्द, दैट इटसेल्फ वो भी इंडिकेटिव है कि उनको अपनी मर्दानगी इसी में नजर आती है.
मर्द हजरात अरेस्टेड हुए थे. तो ऐसा तो नहीं है ना कि यूके पुलिस इज डम और दे डोंट हैव एनी इन्वेस्टिगेटिव स्किल्स और दे डोंट हैव एनी इंटेलिजेंस सर्विसेज. ऐसी तो बात नहीं है. दे हैव ऑल द रिसोर्सेज, but they just want to be non-racist. After torturing the third world country for 300 to 400 years, now they want to be non-racist at the cost of their own destruction.
Anyway, संचिता जी, मैं यही कहूंगा कि आज की इस बातचीत के लिए, जिसका कि हमारे आपके पास कोई सोल्यूशन प्रॉपर उस तरह का नहीं है, जब तक कि सोसाइटी खुद उसमें
अनफॉर्चुनेटली
न करे। हाँ, और बट व्हाट वी कैन हाईलाइट इज कि एक प्रॉब्लम है जिसकी तरफ देखा जाना चाहिए। आज यूके में है, कल कहीं और भी हो सकती है, किसी लेवल पे हमारे यहाँ भी हो सकती है।
हो सकता है जर्मनी में हो रहा हो, फ्रांस में हो रहा हो, who knows?
जर्मनी में भी हो रहा है ये। मैं आपको बताता हूँ, 2016 के आसपास, जिसमें अमेरिका थी पावर में, जो स्मॉल टाउन्स हैं, वहाँ के जो स्मॉल न्यूज़पेपर्स होते हैं, लोकल न्यूज़पेपर्स जो होते हैं, उनमें खबरें आया करती थी कि गांव से, छोटे छोटे गांव हैं, वहां से लड़कियां गायब हो रही हैं, कि आज ये लड़की गायब हो गई, कल वो लड़की गायब हो गई। बट मजा की बात क्या थी, जो मेन स्ट्रीम मीडिया, ये मैं अपनी आंखों देखी बता रहा हूँ आपको, मेन स्ट्रीम मीडिया रिपोर्टिंग करता था उसको।
यहाँ पे इंडिया में भी होता है ना, आप लोकल न्यूज़पेपर्स में जाइए, जो डिस्ट्रिक्ट लेवल के न्यूज़ेस या आपके समझ लीजिए विलेज न्यूज़ कवर कर रहे हैं, और आप TOI देख लीजिए, इंडिया टुडे देख लीजिए, आपको नहीं मिलेंगी वो खबरें।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल। दैट यूज्ड टू बी, अब वो चीजों का रिकॉग्निशन हो रहा है यूरोपियन सोसाइटी में, इसीलिए आप देख रहे हैं बैकलैश भी आ रहा है जर्मनी में भी। लेकिन इट हैज बीन हैपनिंग फॉर सम टाइम नाउ, एवर सिंस वो जो इन्फ्लक्स आया था पूरा वो सीरिया वाला बच्चा और क्या
लॉ एंड ऑर्डर विदाउट एनी बायस हैंडल करना पड़ेगा।
यहाँ पर वही है, हम सब्जेक्ट से अलग जा रहे हैं संचिता, बट वही है ना कि हाउ डू यू डिफाइन योर सेकुलरिज्म, is the question now.
सेक्युलरिज्म तो क्या ही कर सकते हैं, सब बलि चढ़ रहे हैं सेक्युलरिज्म की।
Exactly. Thank you so much, Sanchita, for this conversation. It was very enlightening. Thank you.
Thank you so much.